Hey guys, welcome to Sippin Spillin with Syd and Mr. Bunko uh, from 3 Mississippi. There you have it. Happy Friday, guys. We made it through the week. I can't hardly believe it. Um, got another cold front moving in. It was nice earlier today, and it's starting to, you can feel it coming in the air. We've had all that rain. A lot of it's soaked back up into the ground and it's kind of dried up, and things are looking a little less squishy, I guess you could say, around here. But I think we're due to get a little bit more, and then we are expected. Apparently, we're under like potentially having another frost or freeze, and I think there's another one that's coming like next week. So it's gonna be chilly, a couple days, but that's all right. Um, we got the we had a little issue, a little behind the scenes sneak peek here. We had some real big winds. Our power went out for just very briefly, like we slept through it. And the winds, you could hear them. I mean, they were kicking. And his strawberry patch that he planted so that it could overwinter, the tunnel, like it didn't blow away, but it blew all messed up basically. So it just kind of it was all, and Mike went down there and filmed some of that. So that'll be in another video down the road. But uh, he yeah, he was like, we got to get this back on because there's another frost coming like tomorrow. So he and Frankie went out there last night um, and got it all put back together. But we did have some, like, there was really no warning about that it was going to be that windy, but it definitely was windy. It was, I mean, I wouldn't say it was like a wind event, but it was like noticeable wind. There was wind, windage, if you will. It was windy. But hey, it's okay. Um, and I'm very excited because we have some channel members that are members on 3 Mississippi that we are very excited about. We, of course, adore our members, and we're actually going to be posting. I'm not sure if it's going to post later today or tomorrow, but we're going to be posting a video for just our members as like a little thank you to them. And one of our members actually sent us something. So I'll call them out here a little bit. Wild and Free Tennessee, but TN is their channel name. So it's Wild and Free with an E on Wild. So Kim and Scott apparently do a bunch of freeze drying, and they have a little storefront, online storefront. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to send you some stuff. And I got a couple things off there. And then she sent me like a whole care package, which I have not tried anything out of it yet. It all looks amazing, but we're going to do that on our live on Wednesday. We're going to try some of the goodies that she sent, and kind of go through that box. So I'm excited to try some of those things. Got some freeze-dried apples. And then I thought I ordered fruit roll-ups, but I guess I didn't. I'll have to go back and look if I screwed up, because I've done that before online where I'm like, I thought I ordered this, but I never actually put it in the cart, or I hit a wrong button. I'm prone to that kind of thing. Anyway, but she sent a bunch of like dehydrated candies and stuff. And when you dehydrate the candies and stuff, like they kind of like expand and explode, and they become like a whole different substance. So Frankie was excited because she saw Skittles in there. So I'm gonna have to save those for her to try, because I can't get behind Skittles. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of the Skittles. Like, never have been. I don't know what it is, but I just think they're weird tasting. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm excited about that for Wednesday on our live, you guys, on 3 Mississippi, to go through this little care package that she sent, and get that going. And then, of course, this week I have through Valentine's Day, you guys, you can still get 5% off using promo code SAFETIES OFF on our bonfire store on 3 Mississippi. And you can still get your safeties off merch, because that's how we roll, zero safety. But yeah, so I'm excited. I know today this video is going to post a little bit later because it's kind of late in the day when I'm shooting this here on Friday. We kind of got a little out of whack this week. because we got one video posted really late in the day, and then there's normally Thursdays we skip and don't post a Sippin and Spilling. So we post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, skip Thursday, post Friday. Well, we skipped Wednesday, posted Thursday, so I still have Fridays to post. So my week got a little messed up. And Mike was gonna film a Sippin and Spillin. He had an idea for one that he wanted to do, but then he got real busy at work and he was not able to get done in time to do all of that. And I actually spent way too long this morning. And when I say way too long, I'm talking hours of my life that I will never get back. Let me explain something to you guys. I am not tech savvy. Okay. Once I learn how to do something, I can get really good at it. Okay. But if you change any parts of that technology, I may struggle bus really hard. Okay. So we've got this new GoPro, and I hope that wind chime's not getting too loud for y'all. I might have to wander a bit instead of sitting here with Funko, because I feel like it's getting real loud. We'll go for a little walk to the pond maybe here. I'm only wearing Crocs, but you know, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna see. I love these wind chimes though. They sound beautiful. I think they're gonna get really loud right now by my mic, but that's okay. So let me just adjust, adapt, and overcome. There we go. Which is not the right words, but close enough. You know what I meant. So totally lost my train of thought. Just realized that as I'm walking down here because I got distracted by the wind chimes and then concerned that you guys were going to hear it. Now I remembered. Okay. So we got, after Tim was here, he was showing off his new fancy GoPro and all this. And I was like, man, it's been like 4 years since we upgraded. And, I should probably do that because, we're filming more and we need more angles of us doing things. And my one gripe about the GoPro is that you can't see what you're filming. So when you're filming yourself, you can't see it. But the newer models have the screen on the front, so you can see it, which is really an advantage, especially when you're filming by yourself. It's really hard to frame the shot from the back of the camera, especially if you're walking with it. If it's stationary, it's one thing, you can kind of do it. But this guy's such a ham. I cannot even with him. He's following me everywhere I go, and then rolling around at my feet. But that was one of my big gripes about it, because it just kind of makes it a little bit of a challenge. But we ordered a new GoPro, and the stuff that goes with that, you need the mod, whatever. I don't know. I'm not good with all this stuff, guys. I just ordered what Tim told me to get because that's what he uses, and that's Tim from Ridge Life. And so I was just like, okay, you know what? We're gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna do it. It is what it is. So it came, and the first thing I did yesterday was I opened it all up and I charged the batteries, but I was busy working on other stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna attack this project later. Right now, I'm just gonna let the batteries charge because there's nothing else I can do anyway. Well, it comes with an app, and anything that comes with an app, I always feel like is extra high maintenance and a little bit of a struggle bus for me. So I'm still trying to figure out, I got it all set up. I got into it. I got the app rolling. It talks to the camera. Okay. So here's where the dilemma comes in. I can film. I understand the camera settings. I can do all of that, right? No issues there. My issue comes from the editing software. So in your editing software, I'm sorry if I'm geeking out for some of you that could care less. I apologize. But this was my struggle bus for 5 to 6 hours this morning before I finally was like, I gave it to Mike and I said, you take a run at it because I give up. But the cool thing is it does shoot really high quality videos and there's a lot you can do with it. The downside is when you go to figure out the settings and Mike's convinced it's my software. I use DaVinci Resolve. He has Premiere Pro. I have never used Premiere Pro. From what I gather and from what I have seen, just from him pulling it up on his computer and watching other like YouTube tutorials on editing software. It is very similar. It is like the Wish version, but just equally as good. Like I mean, I can do just about anything in DaVinci Resolve that I would want to do for our type of videos, right? Um, that being said, the the quality versus like high def, the HD, uh, like 1280 whatever, all the different whatever. Well, now everything's in 4K and 4.3K or 5.3K and all this K stuff, right? Well, then you gotta like put it in your software differently, and then you have to like change all the settings in your software. And I have tried every combination from every YouTuber's tutorial on what settings I need to have in order to make the editing software see it properly so that I can edit the footage that I shoot with the GoPro properly. And I have not been able to make it work. I have even tried editing the raw footage and just like rendering it and then putting it back into the software, because like for things like our trail cam or drone footage, that works. It like tricks my software, right? It does not work in this. And I've tried making the proxy files, and that helps a little bit, but then you've got 47,000 proxy files, and I don't want to do that. There has got to be a better way. So I'm on the hunt for that. I basically maxed out on bandwidth for dealing with that today, because I only have so much brain capacity for that type of thing before I just get really frustrated and I just kind of go, okay, I need a break. I have to work on something else now. So I just was like, no, I can't. But it's frustrating because I have this shiny new toy and I would love to be talking to you guys right now on my shiny new toy, but I can't because I don't know how to make the footage happy in my software. Darn it. I'll figure it out. I mean, I figured it out before. I've had to make adjustments as camera qualities have changed and when I've done different things. I've found workarounds before, but none of my workarounds are working. So the only other thing I can think of is they do offer an editing software on the GoPro, but then I'm like, what if I'm using both types of media? It just makes it a little bit more challenging. So I'm gonna have to look into their editing thing a little bit more. I don't know if that, because the app is like on my phone. I don't know if it's an app that I can also get on my computer. Perhaps, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. But like I said, I render different clips, and sometimes, guys, I mean, I love doing the editing, but when I run into a glitch like that, it is probably the most frustrating thing for me. I don't even understand it. This is so cute. I've never seen him drink out of here before, but he's totally drinking out of the pond. That's adorable. I mean, it's not like I didn't think he did, because I don't have to refill his water dish very often, but I just never actually caught him in the act. It's kind of cute. He's a cute cat, though. Mr. Bunko. But do you see what I mean, guys? He just follows me everywhere I go. It doesn't matter where I am. He's just like right there. But yeah, guys, the pond is nice and full too. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, it's to the point where I can see it from the windows in the house, which normally it's been so low prior to like us getting real rain, wasn't able to do it. And this, because I know this is, if it's not been bothering you, it's been bothering me. This couch has been flipped over by the pond for like a minute. So I'm flipping it back over because Mike keeps saying next time, next time. Well, it's next time now. Now I can sit down. Look at that. Not that I couldn't have sat over there, but now I can sit over here with the pond behind me. There we go. Look at that. So yeah, and of course Bunko's right here. But yeah, I really want to be able to, I really was hoping I could be able to use that GoPro this weekend to film some cool stuff from different angles of finishing the chicken coop. And it's hard because I you know, you always, when you're filming something, you're always trying to think about like, what cool angle can you get? What's going to look good? What's going to be able to be edited well? What's going to translate well? What's going to help tell the story or show the thing or whatever it is, right? And uh, there's times where I'm like, man, I wish I had a camera angle over here, but I just don't have enough cameras or I don't have whatever. So now I'll have the ability to, you know, have my phone set up, have that set up. Mike does have the DSLR and we have used that for a lot of things as well. Um, I'm not as comfortable recording with it. I've tried, I've used it a few times. I prefer the smaller compact um, cameras, I guess. The DSLR is a big hunka munka and you know, it's a little bit much. And I'm still, you know, we get that random drone guy by every once in a while, but he's still learning. You know, he's still learning, and so that footage sometimes is a little bit of a struggle bus for me because I get, you know, the drone guy gets paranoid about it and starts worrying that he's going to drive it into a tree, you know, and then anxiety ensues. So anyway, it's just one of those things that, you know, crosses through my idle brain at times. And yeah, so I am excited. Hopefully he can figure something out. I'm even wondering if, because honestly, it's like, for example, I'm hoping I can maybe use this GoPro footage, but what I might need to have Mike do, because for some reason, and I don't know what it is, like if he gives me the raw footage of the trail cam footage, for example, I can't even open it in DaVinci Resolve. Won't even recognize it. But if he renders it and gives it back to me, it's fine, right? So I'm wondering if he takes the 4K footage or the 5.3 or whatever, and I have all my settings happy, and he renders it, and then I edit rendered footage instead of raw footage, perhaps. I don't know. Because the same thing with the drone footage. My DaVinci Resolve will not recognize it, can't play it right until he renders it in Premiere. So, and I know a lot of you are asking, like, well, why does he have Premiere and why do you have DaVinci Resolve? I don't know if any of you are asking, or even if any of you care, because this has gotten into a very nerdy realm that I don't normally go into. This is usually Mike's realm of like, he likes to nerd out on stuff. But um, he signed up and bought Premiere or has the membership. Honestly, I'm not even too sure how it works, but he has it. And I've asked him, like, well, what if, like, why can't I have like the login or the thing for it? And he's like, well, because it's on my computer. And I'm like, yeah, but if you got a new computer and you still paid for it, wouldn't you put it on your new computer? And he says, no, I'd have to buy it again or get a new thing. I don't know. And so I don't totally understand that, but I do refuse to pay for it twice. I also can't use his computer because his computer is in his office and that's, you know, his workspace as well for his day job. So I need to figure out a solution for all things struggle bus when it comes to this last roadblock of me really feeling like I have the editing licked. So I don't know, maybe some of you guys will have some tips or tricks for me that use. I really like DaVinci Resolve. That's the thing. Like now that I've been using it for several years and I know the shortcuts, I know the tips, I know a lot of the tricks, I can do some stuff. I like it. I have it locked in, right? Maybe some of you like DaVinci Resolve too and have gotten a GoPro or use 4K or 5.3K footage and you know how to do it. Everybody I know pretty much uses Premiere Pro, which is great, but not helpful to me in answering my questions. So there's that. But you know, it is what it is. So anyway, there's that, guys. But remember, if you're a member on 3 Mississippi, you're going to be getting a little video, members only video here shortly. It's the first time we've done this style video before. And we just thought we would give it a whirl. So there you have that. And then, of course, Wednesday, we're going to be trying some wonderful snacks from Wild and Free, Tennessee. So I'm excited about that, of course, because who doesn't love a good snack? And it's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, but it's really pretty down here by the pond. And of course, Mr. Bunko sends his love. Yeah, see? All right, guys. See you next time. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And remember, safety's off.